I'm being helped tonight by my good friend Richard. Hey, it's Chris. So I recently finished Babel, and so I thought I would do a review. It was one of my anticipated books that I really wanted to read for 2024 for my reading challenge I'm doing, and I finally have a chance to read it. I don't have a copy of my own. I checked it out from the library, and I've already returned it. But here's Babel. So, Babel, if you don't know what it is, it was released in 2022, so it's about 2 years old. And it's set in 1830s Britain in the height of their empire kind of stuff. And it's a dark fantasy. It's a dark academic fantasy, which I never really read any of those kind of books before. I never really had an occasion. I did read The Night Circus years and years and years ago, but that's been a long time, and I think it's considered dark academic fantasy or something. But this one's by R.F. Kuang. It's about a student at Oxford named Robin Swift, who was taken out of Canton in China and brought to England, raised up by a guardian, and then went to Oxford to work at Babel, which was like a translation tower kind of place in Oxford. And the whole thing is about, it has themes about student revolution and colonial uprising in the British Empire. It's heavy on academia and language and translation, stuff like that, which I'm interested in. I really enjoy language, like learning new languages. I don't stick around to like a language long enough to actually retain any of it. I like the idea of learning a language. Like, I want to learn a language. It's just I start getting into it, and then I just lose focus and don't pick it up for like years and years and years. So, but that's my own personal issue. But so I'm really looking forward to Babel. I only got to read it as for the prompt, an academic thriller. So, I mean, Babel's it's an academic thriller. So, I finally got to read it. So this is my reading journal. Okay. So anytime I read a book, I'll write in it. What I do is I write the title, the dates that I read the book, the author, how many pages it is, the genre, how many stars I do out of 5, and then I will write down the first sentence and the last sentence of the book, and then I'll write a review or notes or whatever I need to do for that book. And so Babel, it actually took me a long time to read, and for a while I thought I was going to have to put it down because it was just, I couldn't get into it, and it was really kind of bummed me out because I really looked forward to this book. I really wanted to read it. I really wanted to enjoy it. I just could not get into it. So I actually started reading it on the 27th of March, and then I didn't finish it until like the 10th of April. So that's a long time for me, because usually it takes me about 4 or 5 days to read a book. I would put it down, not really read it for like a couple of days, and I would pick it back up, try again, put it back down, pick it up, put it down. Finally I was like, okay, I'm going to give it to page 100. And if by page 100 of this book, if I don't like it, if I'm not enjoying it, I'm not going to finish it. But thankfully, page 100 came and went, and then it was page 200, then it was page 300, and I finished it. And I'm so glad I did, because I really liked the book. It, like I said, it's dark fantasy. in the book they use like a specific type of, almost like alchemy, to do like stuff. And the whole book is about like student revolution and colonial uprising and Britain using translation and language to to manipulate like their colonies, and the whole thing is about that. And so it was really interesting. What I really liked about it, and it's just a tiny thing, was like the author's use of footnotes to explain something or to like expound on like a scene. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was really cool and a cool way to use footnotes. So yeah, like it's not, I'm not get like super deep into this book, like explaining it. I don't want to spoil it. It's only 2 years old, but I really enjoyed it. It was really good, and but yeah, here's my entry for it. So, like I said, title, all that stuff, my first and last sentence, my review, which I basically just said. I gave it 5 stars, which I almost didn't. I almost gave it 4 stars just because it took so long to get into. But I was like, no, I'm going to give 5 stars. It's a really good book. I would really recommend it, especially if you are someone that likes academia, or if you like dark fantasy, if you're into like language and translation. There's so much in that book that she explains, the author explains what something is, or she'll tell you in like the footnotes, of course, what something means or like where it came from. And I love that kind of stuff. I like learning what a word, what it came from, what it means, its connotations, its origins, stuff like that. I like that kind of stuff. So it was really fun learning that kind of stuff. So I'm learning as I'm reading this book. Sorry, cats. He decided to join me today. Come here, Richard. This is Richard. Say hi, Richard. Okay, thank you. But yeah. So Babel was really good. I really enjoyed it. And now the dog's gonna come over to mess with the cat. Sorry. It was a really good book. I really enjoyed it. I would recommend it. I know she has like the author R.F. Kuang has different books that she's written. I think one's called Yellowface that I'm gonna try. If I can't find a reason to read it for my challenge, I'm just gonna read it in general, just because I liked this book and I thought it was really good, and I want to read more of her stuff. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be a book that I go buy for get myself my own copy. Could you quiet? She doesn't like that Richard is sitting here chilling with me. Is this recording? Yeah, it's recording. Okay. It keeps switching from like my video, like little video icon, to like a portrait icon, so I'm like not sure if it's recording or not. I guess we'll find out. Alright. But yeah. Babel was really good. I really enjoyed it. That's about it. That's my review. My reviews, I don't really get good, like too in depth with reviews. I want to just get like the information out and finish it. But yeah, I gave it 5 stars. It was good. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm just repeating the same things over and over again, so we're probably done. Next week. Okay, sorry, the dog was. She was doing something weird. Rika. Thank you. Sorry. I lost my train of thought. Oh God. Currently I'm reading, God, I'm just everywhere. So for April, I'm actually trying to read 7 books. So far I've gotten 4, and I have 3 more to go. Like I just finished House in the Cerulean Sea. I really liked it too. I think I gave it 4 stars. Can't remember. But I keep deviating and I keep moving around. I need to just stop. But yeah, that's it. So until next video, bye.